Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, back again with another unboxing video. And this is the DJI Phantom 4 Pro. Now the Pro part's very important because this particular Phantom offers a significant amount of upgrades over the Phantom 4. Phantom 4 camera topped out at 4K 30 frames per second. This camera tops out at 4K 60 frames per second. This camera has a 1-inch sensor. So yeah, you know, I got the Mavic Pro also, but the camera on this is what sold me. I mean, you're getting 4K 60 frames per second, but you're still getting a proven platform, which is the DJI Phantom platform, and you're getting a you know, it's just a proven performer. It's not too big and it's not too heavy. Now sure, this is larger than the Mavic, and you know, you're going to have to tote around a little bit more when you go to and from the field, but that comes with a trade-off. And the trade-off being, you know, if you went with the Mavic Pro, you've got enhanced portability, you're still getting 4K 30 frames per second, but with this, you're getting 4K 60 frames per second by way of a 1-inch sensor. And for all the safety nerds out there, which obviously I preach drone safety, I'm the drone evangelist, and anything that can be done to make a drone be perceived as more safe is a positive in my mind. So the Phantom 4 brought obstacle avoidance sensors to the table. This Phantom 4 Pro kicks it up a notch. Look at that, obstacle avoidance. Look at that, obstacle avoidance. And then on the rear, obstacle avoidance. The sides, hey, watch out. Watch out over here too. Obstacle avoidance. Just look at that. Holding this, already being very intimately familiar with the Phantom 4. When I hold this Phantom 4 Pro, I feel the same excellent build quality. I look at it, I see the same excellent design. I mean, this is a proven platform, and it's continued to evolve. I mean, we've got one of my favorite things that the Phantom 4 brought to the table is this more internalized gimbal assembly. Now, this is the packing piece right here. I'm going to throw it in there. But the more internalized gimbal assembly. If you've looked at the previous Phantom models, you know, the Phantom 3, which was excellent. Absolutely love my Phantom 3 Pro. Actually, the Phantom 3 Pro and the Phantom 4, there was a negligible 4K 30 video quality difference at best. I think maybe it was in my mind saying that, oh, the Phantom 4 is newer, so the video quality is better, but I did feel it was a little bit more stable, and I attribute that to this improved, more internalized gimbal design. Now, if you're familiar with the Phantom 4, you probably realize that the Phantom 4 didn't have these little things on there. I guess those are vents, maybe, for temperature regulation. I mean, this thing, again, you know, a proven platform, something that's continued to evolve. This Phantom 4 Pro, the battery, and it's to be tested. I think it may be able to use the older Phantom 4 batteries, but with the Phantom 4 Pro, they ushered in I guess you would say, an upgraded battery that's supposed to provide slightly better battery life. You're still looking at the same, and I'm assuming they're the same, but they look very similar. The motors look very nice. So, you know, obviously your battery right here. Let's see. Yeah, it says high capacity battery. 5870 milliamp, 15.2 volt. So that's interesting. So yeah, the Phantom is very similar, yet subtly different. And what I'm most excited about is testing that camera. That thing's going to be a beast. Also in the box we have our, you know, our documentation. I'm not going to bore you with opening that. We have this right here, which if you've owned a previous model Phantom 4, you know that this can be used for additional battery storage. And that's really handy because this case is obviously not ruggedized and it's not waterproof. But what it is is about the most portable thing you're going to find for carrying a Phantom 4. Check the link within this video's description. You can find the Phantom 4 Pro, and then also a dry bag that I use to carry my Phantom 4, and now my Phantom 4 Pro, when I want to minimize the amount of travel size and travel weight, but I still want something that's water resistant. Again, this is not, but when I put it in the dry bag that you can find within this video's description, it enhances the water resistant properties. The controller, let's see if there's anything different here. Get it out of the shrink wrap. What I would like to see is the option to use a controller like they have with the Mavic, because I really like that small travel size and small travel weight of the Mavic controller as well. I mean, granted, that's not going to shrink the Phantom 4 Pro, but traveling with Phantom 4 Pro plus smaller controller would be an advantage from a size and weight perspective. So I think they definitely need to do that. Ultimately, probably when we see the Phantom 5, we're probably going to see something foldable, something lighter, something smaller. It's probably going to take care of all of that, but this being kind of an interim solution that's a very significant upgrade from a video quality perspective, I think it's a good next step. So the controller right here, just feeling it, I can't feel a difference between this and the one that came with my with my Phantom 4. But now obviously there's also a Phantom 4 Plus model that has an integrated screen. This is not the Plus model. This is the bring your own device model, the Phantom 4 Pro. And that's what I wanted. I didn't want to, it's not necessarily that I didn't want to spend extra for the integrated screen, but I wanted to have the flexibility of bringing my own device, whether it be iPod Touch, iPhone, or maybe an iPad mini. You know, whatever I want to use, I can use it depending upon the situation. So yeah, it feels, I don't really feel any difference really with the controller. And that's a good thing. I like the Phantom 4 controller. The prop sack I think may be a different color. I think my Phantom 4 may have been a black sack. Obviously we got black nipples, and those are black nipples. That's a silver nipple. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 sets of propellers. That's good they stuck with that. I noticed with the Mavic Pro, at least the one that I received, it had a set of propellers and 2 spare propellers, one of each kind, but it didn't have 4 spare propellers like this does. So basically with this you got 2 sets. With the Mavic Pro you had a set and a half. So if something catastrophic happened, you would probably have to buy more propellers. The little Velcro doohickey around the power adapter feels different. Seems like they changed that. You still got the thing for the battery, and then the thing for the controller. That seems to be the same. And then likewise here, you got your power cable for the charging brick. So, you know, from a design perspective, the form factor of it, not much has changed. The functionality definitely has. Again, just to recap, you're getting optical avoidance sensors in multiple directions versus the Phantom 4, which only had them forward facing. You're getting a awesome camera, again, to be tested. This is just the unboxing video. Subscribe to my channel, and check out 400orbelow.com, because I'm going to do an exhaustive field test, and you can find all of that here and on 400orbelow.com. But my expectation with that 4K 60 and that nice 1-inch sensor, SENSOR, not censored like it's bad, but sensor like, you know, a electronic component. I think we're really going to see, I'm getting these little packing things off, that's what I'm doing. I think we're really going to see a huge performance increase with the camera. And that's what prompted me to buy this. I mean, obviously the Mavic Pro, which I also own, is a smaller travel size and smaller travel weight, but something when I really want to get just a really knock your socks off video, but I don't want something that's too big and too heavy like an Inspire, I can take this out and accomplish that mission. And I was super satisfied with the Phantom 4. So naturally, I should be super satisfied even more than satisfied with the Phantom 4 Pro. And the good thing about this form factor not changing is that my existing case that I use, you know, I mentioned that dry bag that you can find within this video's description. This will fit that, and then also if I want to use my hard case, this will fit that, because they haven't strayed away so much from the Phantom 4 design that things aren't compatible. Now, one thing I will have to check on the camera, and I think it may, I don't have the other one to hold it side by side, but I think the camera may be, the lens filter may be larger. So if it is, then that's something that I'll have to, you know, if I want to attach an ND filter or any other sort of filter, I may have to get a different size. But I may be wrong, but just eyeballing it, looks like it may be bigger. Again, to be checked. That's one specification that I may have, there's a little bit of dust on it, that I don't know off the top of my head right now, something I didn't think about until I unboxed it. But for most filming situations, the included lens protector on it, I think it's probably just a UV filter. You know, that's usually what I fly with anyway. I mean, I do like having an ND, a neutral density filter, on there for certain filming scenarios, but yeah, I mean, you'll probably feel right at home with the Phantom 4 Pro. I mean, especially if you're coming from a Phantom 3 or a, we'll see if it came with a little micro SD card. It came with a 16 gig U3, you know, so nothing massive, but at least they put something with it. But yeah, if you're previously, if you've watched my channel previously, you probably heard me say that from Phantom 3 Pro to Phantom 4, that it was hard for me to recommend an upgrade. But with this bringing 4K 60 frames per second to the table, if it performs as well as I feel that it will, and again, check my first field test video and tell me what you think, but if it performs as well as I think it will from a video quality and stability perspective, and then also enhanced battery life, this is definitely something that I would be able to recommend the upgrade from the Phantom 3 Pro to this. Because again, the Phantom 3 Pro to Phantom 4, I said, you know, it's a negligible, in my opinion, negligible performance increase at best. But I have a feeling this one is just really going to knock everyone's socks off. So that's the unboxing. That's all this video is. I'm going to get all this packing crap out of here because I like to keep my case clean. And yeah, I mean, I'm out of the box. I'm super impressed. It definitely feels like a an upgrade from the Phantom 4. I mean, it's just a sleek looking unit. I mean, it's amazing the attention to detail that DJI puts into the design of these Phantoms. And it's going to be interesting to see how their other platforms, like the Mavic, continue to evolve. Will they ditch the Phantom platform in favor of a foldable drone, or will they morph the Phantom platform when they come out with Phantom 5 into a foldable and more capable drone with a modular camera and more manageable travel size and weight, kind of like a mix between Mavic and DJI Phantom series. Can't predict the future, but my speculation would be that's what they would do. I know if it was my company, that's how I would do it. And then I would stick that Inspire just strictly for people that have an insane amount of disposable cash, or someone that just really wants to fly more heavy and less convenient to travel with drone. But anyway, yeah, I'm super impressed. Again, just the unboxing at this point. Now, I say at this point, when you're watching this video, I may have already done the flight test and this, that, and the other, so it could already be up, but if it's not up right now, it'll be up very soon. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IrixGuy. I'm going to get this thing charged up. Something I need to check is if it's permissible to charge both the controller and the battery at the same time. I know that was a disputed issue with some previous model Phantoms. They were saying that you shouldn't do that, but I wonder if that's doable with this. I know with the Mavic you can charge controller and the battery at the same time. This has shrink wrap everywhere. I mean, it's really, you know, that's a testament to the quality of a product when you see how much stuff they encase in shrink wrap. because it just says when it arrives at the customer's doorstep, they really want it to be in immaculate condition. You know, it's kind of like, and I hate to compare to Apple again, but it's kind of like Apple. You know, Apple's you either like it or you hate it. I love Apple for photo and video work, but it's hard for one to argue that the design is not top notch. And that's the same thing I get when I open a DJI. It's basically a work of art that's also exciting. So, and I guess art could be exciting too. I mean, I'm more into technology than I am art, but yeah, I mean, this is good stuff. I mean, whoa, I just broke my box. I broke my box. I put it off camera and put that stuff down on it. But yeah, just like you used to with charging, you got your battery indicator, and then also on the controller you got it flashing. It's like, hey man, I'm charging. Get ready to fly me soon. I will. So there you have it, unboxing DJI Phantom 4 Pro. Stay tuned for the first field test and a lot more. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.
Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.